Hello, YouTube, and welcome to my review for the second episode of Apothecary Diaries, Season 1. So I just got done, literally just got done watching the first episode and recording my reaction to it. Not the first, the second episode, and recording my reaction to it. I literally just ended my previous video and started right now. So you can see the full reaction right now on Patreon. I always make sure that the reaction is posted on Patreon before I upload the review for the episode. Sorry. So whenever you see that a review is posted, it means that the reaction to the episode is posted on Patreon. And boy, I had a lot to say about it in that direction. Probably not enough for me to remember uh, that in this episode, in this review, I won't be able to talk about everything that I talked about in the reaction. I posted a lot. The reaction was about an hour long for a 22 minutes episode, including 23 minutes, including opening and ending. So but yeah, uh, it was surprisingly like so I talked about it at the end of the reaction. Um, Surprisingly, it was it's something that hooked me up to the show even more, and I can't place why. There's just something about the way this specific episode was done, that makes me want to watch more. The first episode was kind of a good hook in a way, but it was more like a maybe I'll watch a few more episodes and see if it gets more interesting. This one somehow, like it felt it felt like it really hooked me up onto the story and made me way more interested into the entire premise of the show. So we got Mao Mao, who's now a like lady. Oh, I'm trying to. I need to get the word. Lady in waiting. So Mao Mao is now a lady in waiting for Gyokyo. And our first test was poison taste test, which actually doesn't work much for her because she has grown immune to a lot of poisons. So we test on herself, and then we pivot suddenly in the middle of the episode to making an aphrodisiac, which was kind of a whiplash, but also maybe it's that the kind of contrast that maybe made me more interested in the show. And I don't even mean it in the I love the effect of the XF kind of way. It really it felt in a way kind of instructive a lot, but at the same time it was a lot of things that I already knew about, like about cocoa being used a lot in that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was it it has started to become interesting, especially because we see Jinsho. Hang on, it is Jinsho. Hang on. I still have trouble remembering his name. I need to make sure that it's the right one because that might be. Um, hang on, there's a specific point where he's Jinshi. I don't know why I want to say Jinsho every time. Jinshi. I did remember that his name was said at one point in the episode. So we got Jinchi, who like has his own like work. It's not been made. I mean, it's not made clear to most people aside from his assistant, and I'm guessing like the main concubines, or at least like uh, the main concubine for which Mao Mao is working. I'm guessing she's probably like well aware of his true job, which is not to manage the real palace, but to test out the loyalty of the concubines every like on every level. So that's why he goes for seducing to see like exactly how loyal they are. But I don't know if he like if there's an incentive for possibly making Mao Mao a concubine, or if it's simply just his habit of having to test out concubines. So he tries to test out Mao Mao in the same way because she's a servant to a concubine. So we like it seems like we might get a trope. I don't know. We got a hint of that, but and given like Jinchi's reaction when it happened, I'm guessing we might get more of that. Or possibly Jinchi discovering that he is fond of being rejected by Mao Mao because he might have some masochistic tendencies, which like it's is a trope that I have seen quite a few times in anime. I mean, I can't name any off the top of my head, but I've definitely seen a few times that kind of trope. Um, but yeah, like the fact that you know, the fact that he's also very shrewd, like he knows how to like get any information that he wants through alternative means by like hiding his true intent, by pretending that he wants someone to do something, but instead he was testing them on something else that is related. Like for example, making Mao Mao taste test the food to see if she could know. I mean, if she knew that silver plates are more likely to detect poison. Which, by the way, I don't know how that works. Like, I haven't searched it up, but yeah, but I think I did hear about that way back when, or something like that. That like silver is more responsive to poison. Um, and yeah, like so he's like he's smart, he's shrewd, and he's like obviously the kind of guy who, when he sees an obstacle in his way, he doesn't ignore it, but he tries to find ways around it without necessarily having to take down the obstacle. But he like tries to find ways to make the obstacle work for him. I guess that's the kind of vibe I get from him. Um, like he'd rather, like for example here, like even if he sees Mao Mao as a potential threat because of her knowledge of poison and other substances, like he wants her to be on their side. I mean, he wants to make sure that she's on their side, even though like I'm pretty sure she probably doesn't have any reason to be against them in any capacity. Like she's just interested in her experiments, but it we only know that because we're viewers. But from the perspective of someone in that world, in that position, like it would be necessary to make sure that Mao Mao is not a threat. So that's completely understandable, of course. And I think that's one of the things I'm starting to like about it as well. The characters are written like really well. Their motives are very clear, and they act based on these motives. Like if you like so far at least from what I've seen, like every character has been acting based on their own motives that have been established, and some of them are probably acting on motives that we don't know of yet. Like, I don't know. I have some suspicions about the Rare Palace physician. Like, yeah, I think he might do something stupid, possibly simply by uh, like he might simply like become jealous of Mao Mao and do something stupid to try maybe to frame her or something for or something or other. Um, but like for the characters that we know the motive of, they act very well based on these motives. Like as I was saying, Jinchi, he has like a very clear motive of wanting to maintain the integrity of the Rare Palace and making sure that everyone is loyal to the Emperor, and that and every one of his actions so far seem to show that, even seducing the concubines to test their faith and loyalty. And like in any kind of in any like I mean in a modern setting rather, it does seem really like weird, of course, to have the setting of concubines and stuff like that. Just sitting here waiting for the emperor to make a kid with them, like it's really weird. But we have to take into account the historical like accuracy here, and it feels really accurate. I've mentioned it here at the beginning of the reaction to the episode. Um, I've noticed that a lot of names given in the show so far have mostly like Chinese, are mostly like uh, Chinese sounding, because there's a very clear difference between Japanese and Chinese names, and like given that the setting could be confused between either like feudal Japan or feudal China, it seems more likely that it's feudal China, which makes sense as well because they were talking about something somewhere far in the south, and like where cocoa would grow, and it wouldn't grow in Japan. So I'm guessing like it's probably like Indonesia. I think they have some cocoa like, over there, possibly. Um, I mean something like that, like Indonesia, Malaysia, that kind of thing. Maybe like the Khmer. I mean like the Tamil kingdoms as well. These kind of merchant kingdoms that existed back in the days. It might be something like that. But yeah, though, so it seems really set up in feudal China, which I wasn't sure of at first. But yeah, like, so we got Jinshi, who is definitely growing into being more interesting as a character. He's obviously a main character because he's literally like on the front of like he's literally on the artwork for the show, like for the first season, and he's definitely showing that like Mao Mao is not the only main character. I mean, the only protagonist of this show. I do love that like they like to use a lot also of cool, cute art styles at times, but never when it feels weird. Always when it feels actually appropriate, like the chibi forms, the animal ears. Like they do that uh, at moments where it feels like it's a good place to put them. And yeah, like the episode definitely caught my attention a lot more. I don't know if it's just because well rest, I'm better rested somehow, which I don't know how because I literally have not slept well in 3 days. But it feels like it got more attention, my attention way more. And it's not even like there are some parts of like fan service, but it doesn't feel too much fan service at the same time. It feels like a right amount. Like it doesn't feel forced necessarily. Like we did see coming that the other three ladies in weddings would probably eat something that Mao Mao made, like some of the chocolate thing that she made, because they were curious about the thing, and we were shown like Mao Mao putting them on a tray and just leaving them there on a shelf before leaving the building. So it was obvious that something would have happened. So it didn't feel forced that they were shown then like kind of drunk. But yeah, like it doesn't feel forced. Jinchi is being a bit creepy at times. Like I can definitely understand why Mao Mao is creeped out by him, because like of course it feels weird. Like from her point of view, from the point of view of someone who is like clearly not romantically inclined towards anyone and is just really passionate about her work, having someone who wants to interact with her like that uh, feels really creepy. I can understand that. Like she's definitely more of an introvert, obviously, and yeah, I can get that. Especially like at the end of the episode, he was really creepy, but I think it's because he took one of the chocolate cakes. And we got a stinger for the next episode, which I'm guessing might be like something that will happen uh, basically all the time. Maybe like it could be interesting, to have just a short stinger at the end of each episode for the next episode, for something that will happen in the next episode. So I guess we'll see what this spectral figure is all about. I don't know. It did feel like it was possibly Li Hua. Wait, no, hang on. I can't tell exactly, but it felt like it could have been possibly Li Hua on a roof, or maybe it was a man. I don't know. Like this, the eye is weird. Also, they pronounced it Li Fa, I think, in the first episode. Um, but yeah, like overall, like yeah, as I said, it's an episode that makes me want to watch more. Like it just makes me want to watch more of the show right away. And I can't tell what point of the episode specifically did that, or maybe if it's the collection of everything that I've talked about. But it's definitely I can definitely see now why people got hooked up to that show, why I've seen so many people react to it like fully and being very like interested in the release of the second season. I mean, of course, like see we'll see how it goes in future episodes, but that episode was definitely a hook for me, which feels weird because it would be like comparing it to, I don't know, to the Blink episode of Doctor Who, which is like which is the hook episode for a lot of people who watch the series. I mean, I've seen like some anime where some episodes feel like the hook as well, but like early episodes, really, really. I can't tell you any from the top of my head, but I definitely remember that I saw a few of them like this. Sorry, yeah, I'm still very sick. Um, as I'm recording this, by the way, like tomorrow I will go away for a few days. So, like, hopefully when I come back, I can. I'm feeling better and I can stream and record properly without having to cough my lungs out all the time. I don't know, like if it's what I think it is. Last time it lasted no. Last time it lasted 3 days. The times before it lasted 3 weeks. Because if it is what I think it is, the disease that I'm still not sure we can talk about on YouTube because it was censored for quite a while. Um, like I've caught it maybe 5 times, I think. I mean, if it is what I think it is, it would be the fifth time I have it, but it doesn't feel as bad. Maybe I'm just gonna used to it, gotten used to it, or it's a flu. It might be just be a flu. So yeah, anyway, I guess I guess that's it. So once again, if you want to watch the full reaction to the episode and to for now Cyberpunk Edge Runners and Free Run Season 2, you can go over to my Patreon. Uh, it's a €5 a month tier that gives you access to uncut, ad-free content reaction videos. We with a picture-in-picture, so you don't have to sync up with your own version of the show. Um, and yep, I guess that's about it. So I can't wait to see what's next in the show. In the meantime, see you later.